I'm always trying to think how I can help you find the answers to your problems, especially when it comes to sickness. Now, I believe that many are looking in the wrong place. So I call this particular teaching Looking in the Wrong Place for Why You're Sick. It's a long title. But it's an important title because sickness is usually, if you think about the three circles, the spirit, the soul, and the body, the three circles are where we find the answer, because when we ask God to heal us, He always answers. It's never right to ask God to do something in the future for us that He's already done in the past. He's given us all things related to life and godliness, 2 Peter 1 and verse 3. So with respect to healing, God has already healed us. And that healing power is in our spirit. That healing power has got to come through. For instance, if you're sick in your body, that healing power has got to come through your soul and permeate outwards into your body. But it won't do it, and it's blocked if you've got soul wounds. So if you want to get healing and you're wondering why you're sick, stop examining your body and start examining your soul. Make a honest and intense search in your soul. Now, I want to tell you a personal story which will help you. I reveal these things not for any other reason than to help other people. When I was a kid, when I was 11, I went to a very posh school, a very well-known school, and there were 31 people in my class, and we used to have a report every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks we had marks in 8 subjects, and I was in the express class because I was considered to be bright. I found out in my first report, when I became 31st out of 31, that I had a bit of a shock. I wasn't as bright as I thought I was. It shocked me, and I was determined to do better. And actually, in the course of that first year, I gained position from 31st to 24th to 18th to 8th, and I maintained my position at 8th. And I was one of the first students from the school to go to Durham University. So with determination, hard work, and at that time, although I didn't realise it, the help of the Holy Spirit, because I wasn't a Christian, I increased to 8th in the class. Now, during that time, when I was in that school, I suffered a lot with nervousness. Whenever there was exams or reports, especially when there were exams, I used to get very nervous. And we were in a class of 30 kids, 31. And I had a desk, and my desk was right at the front, right under the teacher's nose. And on occasion, when exams came up, very often this happened to me. I was sick in my stomach, and I was vomiting, and I had to stay off school. It was called nervous acidosis. Now, there was no cure, it's just I was nervous. I wanted to do well. I wanted to please my mum. She put a lot of effort and hard work into buying me the uniform and sacrificing for me. And yet I used to get sick. And of course, I would study while I was in bed, and then I'd come back to school, do my exams, and the other kids in the class were furious with me. They said, "We stayed at school, why didn't you stay at school?" I was sick. Well, they put up with this a number of times, and on one occasion, when I got back to school, my desk had disappeared. They'd stolen my desk. Yeah, you can imagine the anguish of an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old. I couldn't find my desk, so I said to the teacher, "Where's my desk?" He said, "I don't know." Anyway, they put it upside down on top of a shelf in the cloakroom. And I had to get that down. The teacher helped me get it down, but I was devastated. I was completely rejected by my other colleagues, my peers, because they called me a swot. And that memory came back to me recently. And I explained all this to Veronique, and she prayed with me through each stage of that. And she saw Jesus put his hands on either side of my shoulders and kiss my head to comfort me. Now that was a childhood soulish wound that is now in the process of being healed. I'm not sure if it's completely healed, but it certainly is in the process of being healed, because I just go back and see the Lord putting his hands on my shoulders and embracing me. But we have in our soul wounds of rejection, wounds of all sorts. This one really hurt me, and I've only just remembered it. And it's the cause, or has been the cause, of nervousness or overreaction and getting too cross too quickly, because I felt I'm being attacked. My father abandoned me in the war years as well, so that didn't help. So abandonment and rejection have been quite a big part of my childhood. Now I had to face that recently, just praying through with my wife. This is now 79 minus 11, 68 years ago. And yet that wound of rejection was still active, and it gave the devil a landing strip in order to land with spirits of infirmity and other spirits which have affected my physical body. But the answer was found in the examination of my soul. So I would encourage you to examine your soul. Ask the Lord to go back and show you any wounds, any traumas that you had as a young child. And as he does, ask him to heal you. All right? Hope that helped you. It's a personal story, but I hope it helped you.